The Republicans are to my right.
That's where they should be.
So, obviously you can see that we are very happy because we came to a basic agreement, a budget agreement that is, of course, has to be ratified by the legislature, and hopefully by Thursday evening. And we've accomplished a lot in this budget, and I want to thank the legislative leaders for hanging in there and negotiating all these weeks, and especially the last few hours. It was like a suspense movie. But like I said, we have accomplished a lot. This is a budget that will have no tax increases, a budget that is cutting spending. We have made around, we deal with the entire $26 billion deficit, around $15 billion in cuts that we're making. Very happy about that. We are protecting education. With education being fully refunded. We're also very happy that in this budget we make government more efficient, and also we are cutting the waste, fraud, and abuse in some of the programs. And so all around, I think this is a really great accomplishment. And I would like also the speakers of the other legislative leaders here say a few words, please.
Well, yes, I am glad that after several weeks we have closed the deficit in a responsible manner, and we have protected the safety net, and that was something that was very important. We wanted to make sure that during this time of economic recession, when people need services more, that we did not eliminate the safety net for California. So I look forward to voting and putting this to rest and getting on with the business of our state. Thank you.
I was happy to see that we were able to come together in a bipartisan way to make extremely difficult decisions. This is, of course, one of the most difficult economic times to face our state since the Great Depression. So none of these were easy choices. All of them entailed difficult options for the state. But I think we've selected a path which will lead the state back to a point where we will be strong. We can look forward to a future which will allow us to re-engineer and restructure some government function and operate more efficiently. There will be more work to be done in the coming year. The recession is not over, but this was the right step to take today, and I'm glad to work together with my partners here to make sure that we remain fiscally solvent.
Thank you very much. I want to congratulate the governor and my fellow legislative leaders. This was a piece of cake. I wish I could actually say that it was. You know, it's really amazing when you think about the fact that since January, we have been called upon to resolve a $60 billion deficit. And even though it has been difficult and it has been arduous, and we know that it's been especially difficult for the people of California, who we represent, that they can feel good about the fact that we got through another difficult chapter in the most difficult time in California history. And this is a sober time because there isn't a whole lot of good news in this budget. We have cut. And we have cut in many areas that matter to real people. But I think we have done so responsibly. As the speaker said, we have stood for education and we protected the most vulnerable. And to do that without raising any new taxes, I must say that I am proud of not only the legislative leaders but our caucuses and the legislature for hanging in there and for sticking with it to get to this point where we've almost gotten the job done. Thank you very much.
Good evening. I think the point I would like to make is that we have found a solution to a $26 billion problem without increasing the tax burden on everyday Californians further. We have what we think is a reasonable reserve for economic uncertainties, and we have made significant reforms that will make government spending more efficient, that will root out fraud and abuse, and that will save us not just millions, but hundreds of millions and billions of dollars of taxpayer money in future years. So I'm thankful also to my colleagues here for process that we've been able to go through to come to that kind of a resolution, and look forward to our caucuses taking a look at this and having a vote on Thursday.
Governor, do you
Guys,
believe
talk
this?
about how much you have in reserve, how much you're cutting from education, how many prisoners are you letting go?
We are going to lay out the details, over the next day or so as the language continues to get drafted, and that will be out in full public view very, very soon.
Governor, do you believe the deal? Governor, do you believe the deal is legal, Madam Speaker? Do you
Yes, I
believe
do
the deal?
believe the deal is
Well,
legal.
there
And I
are
have to- and I
there are
have to
local
tell you-
governments who are saying right now that it's
I
illegal.
have to tell you that the first thing that we need to do, which all of us are going to do, is brief our caucuses about the details. And so we'll be back with you in another 48 hours. Thank you.
Local government.
What was the local government?
5 billion, 2 billion?
Local government
Four.
is unfortunately part of the solution here, but as you'll see over the next 24 hours, there are some parts of that piece that provide some mitigation to local government. First and foremost, on Prop 1A, the state, they are guaranteed that the state will pay it back. That's in the Constitution. We'll go
Thank you,
through it.
everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.